Hey everyone, Tommy Marquez here on location in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where behind me the 2020 Atlas Games were originally scheduled to take place. Unfortunately, due to mandates surrounding the coronavirus pandemic, the event was forced to cancel, and we had the chance to catch up with event director Alexis Leblanc-Bazinet to talk about the decision to ultimately postpone the event.
So Alexis, could you just kind of describe to me what has happened in the last 24 hours?
Last 24 hours, 24 hours ago at this time we were like on panic situation, trying to control what was happening with the information we got. So in the morning everything was fine with all that's happening worldwide. We had no idea that it was gonna escalate so quickly, where for the whole week in Canada there was nothing happening and there was no warning, or there's not that much case at all in Montreal at this time. So yesterday at noon or about, the city started to bring the events down to 250 people maximum, and then we were standby to know if they were gonna close the entire venue, which happened at 5 p.m. just a couple minutes before we went live on Facebook. That's about it.
And what was the decision process like for you guys once you got word? And then, can you describe what you're feeling at the moment, given what you put into this?
So the decision process just took 5 hours, and we don't understand how those big incidents are able to take 30 minutes to shut down the whole sports situation worldwide, because this is what happened. So we were working 5 hours to find a way to make the event happen, and then we got the final answer from the city who just closed everything down. But the options were to do a smaller event without spectators, to put all their money on the broadcast and try to make something even better there, which was doable. And then the response was, well, you might be able to do that, but tomorrow morning we might come here and say shut everything down. So you would have athletes doing workouts on floor, and someone from the city would just come and say, well, stop everything, you're done. Mm-hmm. So we couldn't take that direction either. So everything was going where you will need to close at some point. But we had no idea. We never wanted to let people wait or let people come in here and we knew that this is what's going to happen. We had no idea.
And can you, a day after unfortunately having to cancel or postpone your event,
yep.
Can you describe to me what are you feeling at the moment?
Feel bad, I think. I mean, we got we've been working yesterday and this morning on what's next. What's next with the event. We're trying to probably postpone it as soon as possible, but everything's shut down for 30 days at least here. So we're waiting for that. We got dates secure in the venue, so I mean we are really working on it. But then it's the whole process, the last 18 months has been good until 24 hours. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's sad. I don't know.
Yeah, and after all the deliberation and everything, you had to walk out in front of the crowd and deliver the news. And what was that like for you?
Well, it was the thing to do. We were discussing to do it online only and just do a live with you guys and do something like that, and then the crowd, by respect to everyone on site, it had to be felt to them first, and we've managed to do it fast with poor quality stuff, but to do it online, to do it for the spectators, the athletes that were here. Mm-hmm. But it was hard. I haven't spoken really during that speech, and it's not for nothing. It was just I wouldn't have been able to handle it. So Greg did it, you did it, which was perfect.
Mm-hmm. And what's going to be the focus for you in the Atlas Games, going forward?
Managed to try to put that other event manage all the financial aspects that's gonna hurt us a lot. So we have no idea. We have no idea what the city gonna do with us, what like the whole government, will there be subvention, will there be help? And at some point we are a small event compared to what's happening like with bigger companies than us, and we just don't know. The goal is to do the other event like before, the real goal is before June, and then we'll see what's doable. We don't know.
Well, thank you, man. Best of luck.
Thanks a lot.
Unfortunately for the Atlas Games, the issues with the coronavirus weren't the only ones they had to deal with. Official equipment provider Tydax had to make a Herculean effort just to get the proper equipment here in time for the event.
So, Chad, we're fresh off the heels of the Atlas Games, basically, getting canceled or postponed. As you guys are the official equipment provider and have worked closely with the event, and have had to do a lot just to get to this point. Could you explain a little bit of what the last month and a half has looked like for you guys?
Yeah, the last month and a half has been pretty crazy. It goes back 6 months of planning with the Atlas Games and preparing the equipment and the plan for the equipment for the event. And we had a really solid plan in place for everything to be here. And we ran into some huge challenges in the last month and a half. In Canada, we're having some protests, blockades on the railway across Canada. So our equipment got jammed up in the ports. So at one point we didn't think we were going to get equipment here at all for the event. But our logistics team worked really hard to get the stuff for us. We ended up bringing the equipment back to Edmonton instead of Montreal. We unloaded the equipment at Tydax headquarters in Edmonton, reloaded it on a truck and shipped it across the country to make it here for the event. We were told we weren't going to get the equipment till March 24th, so getting it here a couple days early was obviously a huge success. So yeah, there was a lot of sleepless nights and stressful days.
Mm-hmm. And so now, unfortunately, that despite all the efforts, the event has been postponed / potentially canceled, depending on how this plays out. I guess I would ask, what's been the last 24 hours been like for you?
Yeah, the last 24 hours have been super difficult. Tough to even explain. I was like a zombie walking around here yesterday with all the hard work and effort that our teams put in over the last month and a half, just getting the equipment here on time. To get here, super excited with everything showing up. The event was going to be a huge success. We invested a lot of money in equipment and marketing and branding, and for this to happen, it really is devastating for a company our size. We're just a small family-owned and operated company. This is definitely going to hurt, and so yeah, the last 24 hours have been hard. We've just been reflecting on what happened and how we're going to bounce back from this, and rally the team and rally the community and see what we can do.
Mm-hmm. And you guys still have a presence here. Can you explain to me a little bit about what you guys are doing here today?
Yeah, we're kind of doing a little bit of damage control, trying to recoup some of our losses. So we were actually going to sell all the equipment after the event as gently used equipment that was obviously brand new for the event. Now we're still trying to sell all of our gear, so obviously we're doing that today. So everyone's getting a really sweet deal today because it's all brand new equipment, but we're still selling it at gently used pricing. Community's been great. We actually got to thank the Atlas Games and their community. Montreal, everyone's been rallying. My phone's been blowing up today. Messages of support and thanking us for everything that we did, and lots of boxes and individual athletes and just CrossFit community are showing up to buy equipment off us, and so it's been huge. So we're hoping that this helps us get through a few of these bad days.
And throughout this ordeal, I guess, what would you say that has been your biggest takeaway about Tydax as a company and the team and your team?
Man, can't say enough about my team. We're a small group, including myself. There's 4 of us. And I'm an entrepreneur. I have 2 other businesses that take up a lot of my time. So really, it's 3 of them, and they bust their ass. And everyone wears 10 or more hats, and we wouldn't be here without them. And even my logistics team of my other company, Complete Shipping Solutions. I mean, they've worked around the clock for the last month to get this equipment here on time. And so I can't thank my team enough. So yeah, we're gonna do some damage control here. Maybe enjoy a couple days in Montreal. We're gonna hit a few local boxes for some workouts and get in the community. And yeah, hopefully we'll get that support back over the coming years.
Even though the event has been postponed, all is not lost for some of the athletes in the area and who made the trip and are sticking around. We caught up with Jeffrey Adler, one of the athletes who had a creative solution for what to do with their time now that the event has been postponed.
All right, Jeff, so the event's been canceled, but you guys have some stuff potentially planned for tomorrow. What's in the works?
Yeah, Saturday. So Sam Cournoyer, yesterday when the event was canceled, he was like, let's throw down Saturday at DECA CrossFit. And the guys were like, let's go. Some of the competitors, like, they're stuck here. They can't fly out before Monday or Tuesday. So everybody's going to meet up at DECA, and we're probably going to do some of the events. I don't know which one. I guess the first, second, the fourth event will be done. 5th, 5, and 6 maybe. But like the third one with the handstand walk, it's I think the gym's too small. But yeah, we're going to throw down tomorrow and maybe have a little competition over there. We'll see.
And what are you excited about this competition throwing down with the guys tomorrow?
I hope we start with the deadlift one, so everybody's just broken, and then I can clean the shit out of the workout. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If we start with the sprints, then I'm gonna lose the first workouts. But I'd like to lift some weights tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And now that the event is basically postponed indefinitely, still get a chance to throw it on with some of the guys. But what's kind of the plan going forward?
I'm supposed to do Mid-Atlantic Challenge in April with RPM with the team. So that would be my first sanctional as a team. But as of now, I don't know if it's going to be canceled or postponed. So this is like everything's on ice for the next month, I guess. Hopefully the games will happen this summer. So if there's no sanctionals between now and the games, well, it's just games training for 5 months.
Be sure to be on the lookout for media and highlights coming from that little athlete throwdown. Now remember, the Atlas Games is just one of nearly a half dozen sanctioned events that have been postponed or canceled due to the coronavirus, and this issue is still evolving. For news and updates surrounding this, be sure to check in at morningshockup.com.